Alright, so I was going to post a video today on me pulling apart the PS4 controller again, and basically I was just replacing the standard black buttons, touchpad, and all that fancy stuff, just taking out all the old black buttons and putting in some new ones that I actually got online. Looks similar to that. It's gold chrome. You got the triggers, touchpad, share button, options button, arrows, your X, circle, square, and triangle buttons, and your PlayStation Home button as well, all changed to gold. I did a video prior to this one about me installing the magnetic analogs, the all metal analogs. They have 3 different sizes. This is the tallest set that are inverted. The medium size set are exverted, so it's got like a little bubble on the analog, and then the smallest size is the same size as the standard analog, although it is metal and magnetic. It is inverted just like the standard PS4 analogs. I just like mine raised up a little bit. Before I actually had these little extenders that I used, and I just clipped them onto the existing analogs already as they were, if I can English today. I just stuck those on top of the standard ones that I had to kind of raise them up a bit. I just like the way this feels better. So I did that video, installed those, pulled the controller apart, kind of gave you a little in-depth on how to disconnect the touchpad, the light bar, how to pull all the other stuff apart. And I was going to do a video on replacing all these buttons today, but I did order these off Amazon. Sometimes aftermarket parts don't always fit the way they should, and this is one of those cases. I had an issue with the right trigger. For some reason, the right trigger wasn't made to specs. The left trigger went in perfectly fine, no issues, but when this one actually went in, it was depressed about this much, because the plastic on the inside wasn't shaved down to the right dimensions that it needed to be. So instead of being raised up in the normal position, it was already halfway pushed down. So basically I just had to take a drill and very small drill bit and kind of sand it down a little bit and kind of cut down the plastic to where it just sits in its natural position where it's supposed to. That wasn't the only issue that I kind of had. I had an issue getting the touchpad board off of the old one and onto the new one. So I kind of ran into some bumps, and I had to keep pausing and stopping the video and coming back, so I just kind of got a little annoyed. This trigger took a lot of time too as well, so I wasn't going to make the video, and I just scratched it all in general. But this is the finished product. All the buttons are working and in working form. Everything works. The only thing that I've found that's a little iffy is the touchpad. The kind of chrome metallic paint on the touchpad does make the touchpad a little wonky, I guess. So if you're looking for nice, aesthetically pleasing parts to put in your PS4 controller, try to keep your original touchpad as opposed to changing it. If it's hydro dipped or a standard matte paint job, it'll work fine. Any of the chrome and metallic and the gloss type of paint jobs on your touchpad will not work as well. It still works. You can still touch the pad, still click stuff. It still works. Just the movement on the pad is a little off. Not sure why. I did Google it before starting this video, and I basically have gotten the same results online. Anything hydro dipped or matte finished works perfect. People have mentioned there have been issues with the touchpad being a little wonky with chrome and kind of gloss and metallic paints. So that's something to be aware of if you want to get something similar to this, or like the chrome finish, or something like that. Just something to be cautious of. Other than that, looks pretty sweet. I might end up getting an all black shell and keep it black and gold. Not 100% sure though. I do have the Destiny special edition PS4 though as well, so it kind of matches a little bit. Got a little bit of the white and gold going there, so I might just keep it white and gold. Not 100% sure yet. But for right now, this is the way it's gonna stay. I got another part for the controller coming in probably a few days. Not sure when it'll be here exactly. It's supposed to be here between the 12th and the 15th of this month. Well, 12th to 15th of April, which actually is in a couple hours. It'll be the 1st, but as of right now, it's still March 31st. But once I get that piece, I'll see how it works and see if I like it. I'll do an unboxing video for that one, and then I'll do an installation video for it, which it's not going to be too difficult. Literally just kind of clicks on the back of the controller. And then once I do that, I will probably use it for about a week and then do a review on it about a week or so in. I might wait a little bit longer, and then I'll probably do a setup and a general user's guide, so you guys can kind of get a feel of how to set it up, so you know how to do it, how to configure everything. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Got a little irritated with the little buttons not fitting the way they should, but that's kind of what happens when you buy cheap aftermarket stuff. I only spent like maybe $6 on all these buttons on Amazon, so you can find them in pretty much any color for PS4 controllers or Xbox One controllers, whichever one you have. Other than that, that's really it.